Alright, so I'm kind of winging it here because I don't have anything written down, but honestly I didn't feel like writing stuff down for this kind of video. I'm going to be showing a gameplay of competitive in the background. Now, it's specifically related to modes within competitive. Now, Bungie has tried many different times to get excitement for PvP. But the only excitement I ever get for PvP is whenever Trials comes around, sometimes when Iron Banner comes around, or just sometimes if I want to unwind and play normal Control. Or personally, I like Clash in 6v6. Well, we're going to talk about Clash, but we're going to talk about the absolute brain-dead decision that they had by putting Clash into competitive as a 3v3 mode. Now, you might also be wondering, this video is 9 minutes and 24 seconds. Yes, I just played a game of competitive, and it took me almost 10 minutes. And honestly, even though the result may have went our way, I don't even care if I'm spoiling it. We ended up destroying them in this game. But even though the result went our way, I hated the experience. Clash in a 3v3 setting on normal 6v6 maps makes absolutely zero sense. It progresses incredibly slow. So as you see here on Midtown, it's 9-3. Everyone's still in the game. No one has abandoned. I'm having to run all the way across the map simply to just get into some combat. When in survival, you start a round, you finish a round, and then you restart the round. This is just a slow progressing game mode for a competitive playlist. And for me, when I'm playing competitive, that is the exact opposite thing that I want, is something that is slow progressing. Being able to do elimination. Alright, rounds are very quick. You have to be on point. You saw it I don't know when I'm going to be uploading this per se, but this past weekend I did a live stream for Trials, and my shots were not on point. I struggled a little bit, and exactly with that, you saw me in turn struggle and really tense up at different points within Trials. I didn't feel like there was any tension at all within this game, period. It was just completely pointless to me. I felt like I was in quick play, which is odd because I feel more of a rush in quick play because we actually have more enemies to face. It's not like, okay, I'm going to kill a person or two and then I'm going to have to run across the map. It's, okay, I take a person out, I take another person out, and I have 4 other people that are in that vicinity trying to come after me, and it's just nothing but chaos. That makes sense to me. But when you're in competitive, and it's only 3v3, and you're on a 6v6 map, it changes the pace of game, and it just makes it incredibly slow. Not to mention, you have to get 40 points to win in competitive Clash for 3v3. 40 points is entirely too much for a 3v3 setting. Same with the time limit. I believe the time limit is also 10 minutes. 10 minutes. What is the point of us being in a game for 10 minutes that's progressing as slow as a snail? Right here, you see, it's 21-7. The game is essentially over. They have a person that's left, and this video is not even halfway done yet. It boggles my mind that Bungie sees competitive, sees that they have to change something, and they proceed to continuously make the wrong choices. I've been playing competitive a little bit for the last 3 days, mainly because I wanted to fix my aim and really prepare myself for Trials, especially for a run today. We ended up going flawless and getting that done. Sadly, it wasn't on stream. It was actually, I think, our first or second card off stream. But I hopped in, and both modes are incredibly slow progressing. Now, at least the Capture the Zone, it has some sort of angst to it where you have to have some urgency. You have to locate the zone. You have to go and hold a position. Now, I feel like it's still a little campy in my opinion, and I'm not a big fan of that, but it's at least better than what this is. I mean, again, as you see, I don't even know what to say right now. I'm just running around. Having modes like this in competitive does nothing for the health of the playlist. And I have not played survival in my weekend. I've only played the Control the Zone mode, and then I've played Clash. So I don't know if they took survival out. It doesn't say it. But again, if you were to look at me and what I would want for competitive PvP, this is how you build the playlist. It's a 2-mode playlist. You have Survival, which is a survival elimination based mode with mid to high intensity, and then you have Elimination. Those are the only 2 modes you really need for competitive. I don't think you need to try and go do all these different things like test the quick play modes and put it into competitive. We hated Rift. That's what they did with Rift. It made no sense. It had no place in competitive. Now they did the same exact thing with another quick play mode. The unoriginality and complete and utter ignorance to the community is baffling. And it is probably why Bungie is backed into a corner when it comes to the final shape, and why this expansion is more important than probably any other expansion we have seen, other than maybe Taken King. Taken King was one of the most pivotal expansions because Bungie had to make a statement after year 1. And I feel like we're at that point where the final shape has to come out, has to make a massive statement, and has to show some improvement. And again, I didn't write anything for this, so I'm just kind of rambling on. And apologies if that's not the kind of style video that y'all might be into, but I appreciate if you're listening to this and watching with me, and I would love to hear your opinions about it as well. But I'm fed up. I mean, I want to go into competitive. I want to have something to grind for. I mean, they add good weapons into competitive. It's just a matter of making the playlist actually worth it. Now, let's talk about the rewards real quick, and I'm not going to spend too much time on it. They have a good system. Belisarius currently is your reward. You have to play every week to be able to get a chance at getting a god roll. But I think what they could do is a similar system to what they did with Luna's and Not Forgotten. You have Luna's Howl, and then you have another version of the weapon that is a little bit better and has a little bit extra bonus. I would like to see them bring back a system with that, specifically with 2 elimination type modes in competitive and elimination, and then just leave it alone. I am tired of seeing quick play modes added into what is supposed to be a high intensity or mid intensity competitive playlist. It pisses me off, frankly, that we are in this situation again, and I don't even know what else to say. So, let me know your guys' thoughts. Sorry for the rambling. I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. I appreciate you guys if you listen to this whole thing. So, I just got done playing the game, and I felt like I had to talk about it because, 9 minutes and 24 seconds for a game that really would have been over about 6 minutes ago. So, thank you guys so much. I'll see y'all later. Peace.